These are Meze's 105 Silver headphones. Over the past year or so, I've tried several of Meze's models, the 109 Pros, the 105 Airs, and the 99 Classics. And while I've liked them all, the Silvers are for me the standout. They're the first of Meze's headphones that really join the dots between style and sound. Let me explain what I mean. Before we start, a quick note. Meze kindly sent me the 105 Silvers for this review. They haven't paid me, and everything I'm about to say reflects my honest opinion. The 105 Silvers are open-backed headphones priced at $499 or €499. They sit in the middle of Meze's range, right between the 105 Airs and the 109 Pros, both in terms of cost and how they sound. On paper, you get a 50mm dynamic driver, 42 ohms of impedance, and a very comfortable weight of just over 350 grams. What that all means in practice is that they're easy to drive, and you can run them straight from a laptop or a phone, and they won't feel heavy even through long listening sessions. Now design, and this is where Meze always shines, and the 105 Silvers are no exception. The walnut wood ear cups give them a timeless mid-century look, almost like a piece of vintage hi-fi furniture for your head. They use Meze's trademark self-adjusting headband, which is one of those clever touches you really don't notice until you try other headphones and realise how much fiddling you usually have to do to get a comfortable fit. Here, you just put them on and they find the right spot. The velour pads are soft and breathable, the clamping pressure is just right, and although they're slightly heavier than the 105 Airs, they're extremely comfortable for album-length listening. In the box, you also get a dual-twisted Kevlar-wrapped cable. And a 6.3mm adapter. Also included is this handy USB dongle with an integrated DAC amp, which means you can plug the headphones directly into your phone. And a hard carrying case. So, how do they sound? Well, in a word, musical. I describe the tuning as warm neutral. The bass has real presence and body, but it's not exaggerated or boomy. The mid-range, the area where the voices and guitar sit, is forward and vivid, giving the recordings a sense of life and energy. The high end is smooth and airy, and open enough to keep things spacious, but never sharp or fatiguing. They're designed to make you want to put on another record. Of course, the first songs I reached for were some by the Beatles, and arguably their finest sounding album, Abbey Road. On Come Together, that rolling bass line has proper weight and drive, but never muddies, and John's vocal stays clear in the centre. On Because, the stacked harmonies float beautifully across a wide and tall soundstage, giving a real sense of space between the voices. What impressed me most was how the 105 Silvers make familiar tracks feel fresh again. They give the music room to breathe without ever feeling clinical. Breaking down the sound a little further, the bass has a slight lift in the mid and upper ranges, which gives music a physical punch. It doesn't reach for the earth-shaking sub-basses, but what's there is tight and satisfying. The mid-range is really the star. Vocals are clear, acoustic guitars sound woody and natural, and strings have the right texture. The high end is refined, and there's enough sparkle to make cymbals shimmer, but it's controlled so you don't get fatigue over long sessions. Imaging isn't razor sharp like you'd find in some studio monitors, but for enjoying albums, it paints a big, convincing picture. So how do these compare to Meze's other headphones? Well, against the 105 Airs, the Silvers sound fuller, more dimensional, and they dig deeper into the bass. They also look and feel more premium thanks to the walnut cups. Compared to the 109 Pros, the 105 Silvers are smoother and more relaxed. The 109 Pros still have the edge for sheer openness and fine detail, but they can come across as brighter. Compared to the 99 Classics, which are closed-backed and tuned for more bass, the 105 Silvers are simply in a different league for soundstage and realism, though the Classics still make sense if you need something portable with better isolation. Another nice thing is how easy the 105 Silvas are to use. You don't need expensive equipment to get the best from them. They do improve with a good amp, but they're just as happy running straight from a laptop or a phone. Are there any downsides? Well, being open-backed, they're not designed for noisy rooms or travel. Sound leaks both ways, so these are for private at-home listening. And if you're the kind of listener who wants ultra-precise studio-grade imaging, there are other headphones that will suit you better. But for musical flow and sheer enjoyment, the 105 Silvas are superb. So to sum up, out of all the Meze headphones I've tried, the 105 Silvas are the ones I'd choose. They strike the best balance between style and sound. For Beatles, for 60s folk rock, for vocals and strings, they're simply a joy to listen to. If you want a pair of headphones that make your records feel alive, and that you can enjoy for hours at a time, I'd happily recommend the 105 Silvas. If you'd like to know more about the 105 Silvas, check out the link in the description. Also, you can use the code PRL20 for a 20% discount, not just on the 105 Silvas, but also on the 99 Classics, the 105 Air, and 109 Pros. So thanks again to Meze for sending me these. I really enjoyed using them and will continue to do so. But that's all for this one, so I'll say bye for now and thanks for watching.